Welcome to the show that takes up no more than 5 minutes of your time, but could help you gain massive real estate knowledge. It's 5 Minutes in Real Estate with best-selling author Shane Willis.
Well, hello, it's Shane Willis, Pensacola real estate expert, bringing you today's episode. Happy Thursday. I want to chat just briefly today about what seems to be on everyone's mind, and that is that real estate's slowing. And we're looking at why. If you've listened to any of the episodes, gosh, in the last 2 weeks, you know that I've been talking about the whole reason why real estate is slowing right now is because of lack of inventory. So when you read the Wall Street Journal notes or articles, or when you read articles, I've seen some in Newsweek, I've seen some in USA Today, it's all, to sell headlines saying that we're slowing. Since economists are talking about a recession in 2020, this helps sell papers if we say, well, real estate's slowing again. Okay. What they mean is the number of sales, not the prices. Prices have continued to rise. If you went over to the Facebook page yesterday, depending on when you listen to this, I think today's the 3rd, August 30th. So if you find a post from August 29th, I did a live video and I actually showed that we still are going to look at appreciation in our area. It has come down some, but there's no depreciation. And don't think that's going to happen again. So why? Why is the question I get asked all the time. What's the data behind it? Why are we having a shortage? People are selling. So why exactly are we having a shortage? Let's first talk, and I'm going to show this as a graphic, so if you're getting those graphics, you'll see it. Let's talk about new construction. During the boom, 2002 to say 2006, new construction was overbuilt. There was about 48 to 60 months where builders were overbuilding for what was needed. Totally overbuilding. I know flippers that were going in the neighborhoods buying the first 2, 3, 4 houses. Matter of fact, I know one guy that had an arrangement with the builder. So the builder would build the first spec home as a model home, and he would sell it to this investor. And then turn around and rent the property out for 2 years while he finished building the subdivision out. And then the investor would just turn around and sell the property when it was all done. So he bought the property, rented it to the developer for 2 years, and then sold it, banking on the price increases that happen as neighborhoods continue to get built out. We'll see price increases this year. We'll see price increases next year. I've got about 3 clients right now that have put contracts in on new homes to be built next year. And all the builders have told me, we're going to have specials throughout the end of the year, but yeah, it's going to wind up, will probably be higher prices in January. Okay, that's 2019 spring buying season, kicks off in January, so they'll go up again. So I had flippers doing that. Or buy a property, put it under contract, wait for it to continue to go up even in the 8 months or 6 months that it took it to be built. This was back in the boom. And then be able to sell it for a profit. It was like a flip from a build. I also know some people that did that frequently, made quite a bit of money, and then got caught holding the bag when it all came crumbling down. I know one lady, I think, had 28 of those properties. So they were overbuilding in the boom. So let's fast forward to 2008, 2009. They stopped overbuilding. The problem was they actually went to underbuilding. It took such a bath on some of the stuff that they had done. Morning. It took such a bath on some of the stuff they had done in 2006. Some of the land they had acquired, it took such a bath that they just literally pulled back. Your big builders just pulled back to try and absorb some of that loss a little bit and survive. The problem is, as the population continues to increase here in the country and in our area, they stop building. And there is a huge, huge loss of how many houses really needed to be built in order to keep up inventory and what was being built. 2009, and you look at this graph, it's way underbuilt. Even to 2017, it's underbuilt. So that's what, 8 years of underbuilding. So now we have a supply problem. Now, I know I started this podcast and we were thinking that we were talking about existing homes. Well, some of the existing homes, they just don't have the upgrades that the new builds want. So people are not wanting to do that. They're going to spend that money, that type of money. They want either a new build or they want those type upgrades. So that's why we're having kind of it's not that we don't have a demand problem. We don't. I've got buyers right now that are seriously looking. They just can't find what they're looking for. And if you're going to spend a couple $100,000, you probably want at least most of the stuff on your list. Now, some are unrealistic. You know, hey, I want 4 bedrooms, 4 baths. I want it in Jade High District. I want it not any older than 2016. And I want it for $150,000 and make sure it's got a saltwater pool. I got that phone call, I think about a week and a half ago. And I went, okay, fantastic. We can do that. All we have to do is jump in the DeLorean, go back to 2009. Maybe we can find a new build there or a foreclosure there. That's not going to happen for what you're wanting, because I think they wanted like 2,800 square foot there. It's just not going to happen. That's just unrealistic. But we have some very realistic buyers that are looking for just specific stuff. It's not like they have an unrealistic list. Hey, we want 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. Okay. Well, we can pull up 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and we pull it up in a particular district, and they won't, you know, because school, one of my more popular podcasts talks about where kids are involved buying real estate. Schools would make a huge, huge list. They want a 4 bedroom, they want a 3 bath, they want it in a particular school district. Okay. No problem. I pull that up, and that price point, there's like 2, and they hate both of them. And we're just kind of waiting. We're waiting and looking. So that's where you're starting to see stuff just continue to come down as far as the number of real estate that's being sold. It's because the new builds hurt us. They're trying to catch up, but they're not going to catch up for a while. There's still a kind of a glut. Not a glut. It's a fault, not a glut. That would be actually opposite of a glut. It's a fault. There's not enough of it to be able to satisfy what is necessary. Now, if you go up towards Cantonment right now, they're building like crazy up there. You go out, you know, southwest, down towards Perdido, building like crazy. Builders are all over the place. They're trying to make up for it. And we're going to continue to see some of those as they come along. But that's part of our problem right now. That's why we have a supply issue. And that's why you've seen the number of real estate going down, yet prices are going to continue to rise. We can also talk about mortgage rates are going to continue to rise. So that's going to hurt us just a little bit too. But right now is a good time to still lock in. A, lock in profits if you're selling. And B, get into a home if you are a buyer. All right, that's all I got for you on this Thursday. As always, if you're not subscribed to get the tips, tricks, graphs, infographics, the graph that I put out today is actually really good. So get over to 5minutesinrealestate.com. That's 5minutesinrealestate.com. Hit subscribe, put in your email. Yes, I'm going to email you, but I'm not going to, spam you a bunch of times. I'm just going to send you emails when we have new podcast episodes come out. Also asking everybody to get over to the Facebook page, facebook.com/Shane Willis, the Realtor. Hit like and follow. Then get over to your player of choice and hit subscribe. Facebook would be one of those players because I do put the podcast up now on the Facebook page. But if you like to do things on Spotify or iHeartRadio or YouTube, hit subscribe. Give me a like. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're listening. I've seen our listener increase steadily over the last couple of weeks. But I always like hearing from the listeners that we know you're there. And finally, I always end the podcast the same way. I don't ever ask for any money for this, although it does cost me money to do these. I do ask, though, that if I brought you any value in this or any other episode, that you share it on social media. Have a great Thursday.